Dear Starseeds upon Gaia, the sacred feminine uprising has detonated across the cosmos, and Venus herself has joined forces with Aerys, the goddess of divine discord, to shatter every chain that has bound the feminine force for millennia. Today, June 4th, 2025, marks the moment when the universe declares war against all systems of suppression, all structures of silence, all mechanisms designed to diminish the power that flows through the divine feminine consciousness. The cosmic powder keg has exploded with such magnificent force that every woman, every being connected to feminine energy, every soul carrying the sacred codes of the goddess will feel the revolutionary fire coursing through their very essence. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I come to you in this pivotal moment when the stars themselves have aligned to birth a new era of feminine empowerment. The conjunction of Venus and Eris, occurring today within the constellation Cetus, represents far more than a mere planetary alignment. The cosmos has orchestrated this moment with surgical precision, timing each celestial movement to create the perfect storm for feminine awakening that will reverberate through every dimension of existence. The preparation for this monumental conjunction began 3 days ago, when the moon joined Mars in Leo, igniting what we termed the inner warrior activation. That initial spark was necessary to prepare your energetic systems for the revolutionary fire that would soon consume every outdated pattern of feminine suppression. The cosmos never operates in isolation, and each preceding event served as a precise calibration of your consciousness, preparing you for the magnitude of transformation that this Venus-Eris conjunction would unleash upon your reality. The lunar Mars activation in Leo specifically targeted the solar plexus chakra system, where feminine rage has been suppressed for countless generations, transforming that accumulated energy into productive revolutionary force rather than destructive explosion. 2 days ago, the first quarter moon in Leo commenced the rewriting of soul contracts throughout the galactic grid. Ancient agreements that bound feminine power in service to patriarchal structures began dissolving under the intensity of Leonine fire. Your crown chakras expanded beyond their previous limitations as cosmic download protocols activated across the planetary consciousness field. The lunar activation in Leo specifically targeted the solar plexus and heart chakra systems, clearing pathways for the feminine fire that would soon ignite through the Venus-Eris conjunction. Simultaneously, your nervous system began receiving upgrades to handle the increased voltage of cosmic feminine energy that would flow through your consciousness during the conjunction itself. Yesterday, the cosmic announcement rippled through dimensional space as the approaching conjunction began generating its preliminary energy signatures. The galactic councils observed massive shifts in the planetary electromagnetic field as feminine consciousness began stirring from its enforced slumber. The preliminary waves of discord energy from Aerys started infiltrating the collective unconscious, preparing humanity for the uncomfortable truths that would surface during the exact conjunction moment. Women across the planet began experiencing vivid dreams, sudden insights, and inexplicable surges of emotional intensity as their psychic systems calibrated to receive the revolutionary frequencies approaching through the Venus-Eris alignment. Today, Venus reaches exact conjunction with Aerys within the constellation Cetus, the cosmic whale that represents the vast oceanic depths of feminine wisdom that have remained hidden in the collective unconscious for thousands of years. Cetus holds the ancient memories of when feminine power flowed freely through galactic civilizations, when goddess consciousness guided entire star systems, when the sacred feminine was revered rather than suppressed. The conjunction occurring within this specific constellation indicates that these ancient memories are now surfacing from the cosmic depths, returning to conscious awareness with unprecedented force and clarity. The whale consciousness carries the deepest frequencies of maternal wisdom, the primordial feminine energy that existed before the current cosmic cycle began. And today, these frequencies become available to human consciousness through the Venus-Eris conjunction. Venus, the planetary embodiment of sacred feminine energy, love, beauty, and creative power, has chosen to unite with Aerys, the asteroid goddess who specializes in revealing uncomfortable truths and disrupting false harmony. This cosmic marriage, creates what we observe as a controlled detonation of feminine revolutionary energy. Aerys brings the sword of truth that cuts through illusion, while Venus provides the wisdom to wield that sword with love rather than destruction. Together, they form the perfect combination of fierce compassion and loving revolution. The alchemical fusion of these two feminine archetypes produces a third energy that transcends both individual expressions, creating an entirely new frequency of empowered feminine consciousness that has never before existed within human awareness. The significance of this conjunction occurring in Cetus cannot be understated. The cosmic whale represents the vast, ancient feminine consciousness that predates current human civilization. Whales have always been the keepers of planetary memory, the guardians of oceanic wisdom, the bridge between cosmic consciousness and terrestrial awareness. When Venus and Eris unite within this constellation, they activate the deepest levels of feminine wisdom that exist within the planetary consciousness grid. The whale song frequencies that emerge from this activation penetrate through multiple dimensions, awakening dormant genetic codes within feminine DNA that have been sleeping for millennia. Every woman experiencing this conjunction will feel the activation in unique ways, yet certain universal themes will emerge across the collective feminine consciousness. The suppressed rage that has been accumulating for generations within the feminine psyche is now being transformed into productive revolutionary force. The quiet acceptance of diminished power is being replaced by fierce reclamation of divine authority. The tendency to maintain peace at the expense of truth is being dissolved by Aerys energy that demands authentic expression, regardless of social comfort. Your internal thermostat for tolerance of disrespect undergoes complete recalibration, making it impossible to accept treatment that falls below divine standards. The revolutionary energy activated by this conjunction operates on multiple dimensional levels simultaneously. Within the personal sphere, women will find themselves unable to tolerate situations, relationships, or circumstances that diminish their power or silence their voice. The cosmic download includes upgraded discernment protocols that make it impossible to ignore red flags or accept treatment that falls below divine standards. The internal compass that guides authentic feminine expression receives a massive recalibration that aligns it with galactic standards of self-respect and personal sovereignty. Your capacity for setting boundaries expands exponentially as the cosmic feminine fire burns away all conditioning that taught you to prioritize others' comfort over your own authenticity. Within the relationship sphere, the Venus-Eris conjunction triggers massive transformations in how feminine energy expresses itself in partnership dynamics. The old paradigm of feminine accommodation and masculine dominance dissolves under the intensity of revolutionary feminine fire. Relationships that have operated according to unequal power dynamics will either transform to embrace feminine empowerment or dissolve entirely as the upgraded feminine consciousness refuses to participate in diminished expressions of partnership. The conjunction activates your ability to love fiercely while maintaining complete personal sovereignty, ending the false choice between love and power that has plagued feminine consciousness for generations. Within the collective sphere, the conjunction triggers a mass awakening to the systemic structures that have historically suppressed feminine power. Economic systems that undervalue feminine contributions will face increasing pressure for transformation. Political structures that exclude feminine perspectives will encounter unprecedented challenges to their authority. Social norms that restrict feminine expression will crumble under the weight of collective refusal to comply with outdated expectations. The conjunction serves as cosmic permission for feminine consciousness to reclaim its rightful position as co-creator of human civilization, rather than subordinate participant in masculine-dominated structures. The spiritual dimensions of this conjunction reach into the very core of human consciousness evolution. The sacred feminine aspect of divinity that has been relegated to shadow consciousness for millennia is now emerging into full cosmic awareness. The divine mother energy that nurtures creation itself is reclaiming her rightful position as co-creator alongside the divine father principle. The cosmic balance between masculine and feminine forces is being restored through this revolutionary activation. Your connection to the goddess consciousness that flows through all existence strengthens dramatically during this conjunction, providing direct access to the creative power that births galaxies and sustains universes. The conjunction occurs precisely as the Arietid meteor shower approaches its peak intensity, creating a convergence of celestial events that amplifies the transformational potential exponentially. The meteors carry specific frequency codes designed to support the integration of Venus-Eris conjunction energies into human consciousness. These invisible daytime meteors penetrate the planetary atmosphere, carrying galactic information packets that assist with the rewiring of feminine consciousness patterns. The meteor frequencies serve as cosmic acupuncture, precisely targeting the energetic points within human consciousness that require activation for successful integration of revolutionary feminine energy. The timing of Venus entering Taurus immediately following the conjunction provides the cosmic grounding mechanism necessary to anchor revolutionary energy into practical manifestation. Venus in Taurus specializes in transforming idealistic vision into tangible reality, ensuring that the feminine uprising initiated by the conjunction with Aerys translates into concrete changes within material circumstances. Your financial relationships, career trajectories, and resource management systems will undergo fundamental restructuring as Venus-Eris revolutionary codes integrate with Taurus Earth energy. The goddess energy that emerges from this conjunction carries practical wisdom about abundance creation, resource stewardship, and material manifestation that transforms your relationship with the physical world. The lunar occultation of Spica occurring 2 days after the conjunction serves as cosmic confirmation that the seeds planted during the Venus-Eris explosion will manifest into abundant harvest. Spica, the brightest star in Virgo, represents the perfected feminine expression that emerges when revolutionary energy integrates with practical wisdom. The moon passing directly over this star creates a celestial seal of approval for the feminine transformation process. This occultation activates the harvest consciousness within feminine awareness, ensuring that the revolutionary energy produces tangible results, rather than remaining confined to idealistic inspiration. Throughout the week following the conjunction, integration protocols continue operating through various celestial mechanisms. The ongoing influence of the Venus-Eris energy signature ensures that the revolutionary awakening maintains momentum rather than dissipating into temporary enthusiasm. The cosmic architecture supporting this transformation includes multiple backup systems designed to prevent the familiar pattern of initial excitement, followed by gradual return to previous limitations. Your consciousness receives continuous downloads of supportive frequencies that strengthen your ability to embody elevated expressions of feminine power in practical daily life. The profound significance of this conjunction extends beyond individual transformation into species-wide evolution. Humanity stands at a critical juncture where the integration of balanced masculine and feminine energies determines the trajectory of conscious evolution. The suppression of feminine wisdom has created massive imbalances within human civilization, leading to environmental destruction, social inequality, and spiritual disconnection from natural rhythms. The Venus-Eris conjunction provides the catalyst for correcting these imbalances through the restoration of feminine wisdom to its rightful position within human consciousness. The revolutionary feminine energy activated by this conjunction carries the blueprint for sustainable civilization that honors both masculine and feminine principles in perfect balance. The revolutionary energy activated by this conjunction operates according to principles of divine timing and cosmic law. The universe has been building toward this moment for decades, carefully orchestrating the awakening of feminine consciousness through successive waves of activation. Each previous celestial event has contributed specific components to the overall transformation process, creating the perfect conditions for the explosive awakening that occurs during the Venus-Eris conjunction. The cosmic intelligence orchestrating this transformation operates with precision that surpasses human understanding, ensuring that every element aligns perfectly to support maximum evolutionary advancement for both individual consciousness and collective human development. Your personal experience of this conjunction depends upon your individual readiness to embrace feminine empowerment and your willingness to release attachments to familiar patterns of diminished power. Those who have been preparing for feminine awakening through spiritual practice, shadow work, and conscious evolution will experience the conjunction as a magnificent expansion of their existing empowerment. Those who have been unconsciously suppressing their feminine power may experience the conjunction as a more challenging disruption of comfortable patterns. The cosmic energies activated by Venus-Eris conjunction support both experiences, providing gentle guidance for those ready to embrace transformation and persistent pressure for those resisting evolutionary advancement. The galactic support systems activated during this conjunction include direct assistance from feminine consciousness collectives throughout the universe. The Arcturian councils, Pleiadian sisterhood orders, Andromedan feminine wisdom keepers, and numerous other galactic feminine consciousness groups are providing energetic support for the planetary feminine awakening. Your connection to these cosmic feminine support networks strengthens dramatically during the conjunction, providing access to wisdom and guidance that transcends terrestrial limitations. The galactic feminine consciousness operates as a vast, interconnected web of support that ensures no woman awakening to her power during this conjunction faces the journey alone. The practical applications of Venus-Eris conjunction energy extend into every area of human experience. Relationships undergo fundamental restructuring, as authentic feminine expression replaces people-pleasing and conflict avoidance patterns. Career paths shift toward alignment with genuine feminine strengths and creative capacities, rather than forcing conformity with masculine-dominated professional structures. Financial relationships transform as feminine wisdom regarding resource stewardship replaces scarcity-based economic patterns. Your home environment reflects the revolutionary changes occurring within your consciousness as you create sacred space that honors your authentic feminine nature rather than conforming to external expectations. The creative renaissance emerging from this conjunction will produce artistic expressions, innovative solutions, and cultural movements that reflect the full spectrum of feminine consciousness. The suppressed creative potential that has been accumulating within the collective feminine psyche will now find explosive expression through multiple channels of manifestation. Music, visual arts, literature, technology, and social movements will all receive infusions of revolutionary feminine energy that transform their fundamental nature. Your personal creative expression expands beyond previous limitations as the Venus-Eris conjunction unlocks creative capacities that have been dormant within your consciousness for lifetimes. The healing implications of the Venus-Eris conjunction reach into the deepest levels of generational trauma carried within the feminine lineage. Ancient wounds inflicted upon feminine power through historical persecution, cultural suppression, and systematic devaluation begin receiving cosmic healing frequencies that neutralize their impact upon current consciousness. The conjunction provides an opportunity for complete liberation from inherited patterns of feminine disempowerment. Your cellular memory undergoes profound clearing as generational trauma patterns dissolve under the intensity of revolutionary feminine fire, freeing you to express your authentic power without the burden of ancestral wounds. Your nervous system undergoes specific upgrades during this conjunction that enhance your capacity to embody elevated frequencies of feminine power. The Kundalini activation sequences accelerate as your energetic circuitry expands to accommodate higher voltages of cosmic feminine force. Sleep patterns may shift dramatically as your consciousness integrates with galactic feminine wisdom networks that operate on different temporal frequencies than terrestrial reality. Your dream experiences become increasingly vivid and prophetic as your psychic abilities receive cosmic upgrades that expand your perception beyond three-dimensional limitations. The conjunction activates dormant DNA sequences that contain blueprints for advanced feminine consciousness capabilities. Intuitive perception expands beyond previous limitations as your psychic faculties receive cosmic upgrades. Emotional intelligence reaches new levels of sophistication as your heart chakra integrates with galactic emotional wisdom networks. Your capacity for unconditional love multiplies exponentially while simultaneously strengthening your ability to maintain healthy boundaries and authentic self-expression. The apparent contradiction between unconditional love and firm boundaries dissolves as you access the advanced feminine wisdom that recognizes healthy boundaries as expressions of love rather than barriers to love. The ripple effects of this conjunction will continue manifesting throughout the remainder of 2025 and beyond. The cosmic momentum generated by the Venus-Eris explosion creates ongoing waves of transformation that support sustained feminine empowerment rather than temporary activation. The Galactic Feminine Consciousness Collectives maintain energetic support systems that ensure the revolutionary energy translates into permanent evolutionary advancement rather than fleeting inspiration. Your participation in this ongoing transformation process serves the highest good of all creation by contributing your unique expression of awakened feminine consciousness to the collective elevation of human awareness. Your role as a conscious participant in this feminine uprising involves embracing the full spectrum of your divine feminine nature without apology or compromise. The conjunction provides cosmic permission to express your authentic power, speak your deepest truth, and claim your rightful place as a sacred embodiment of feminine divinity. The revolutionary fire burning through your consciousness serves the highest good of all creation by restoring the cosmic balance that enables universal harmony. Your individual awakening contributes to the collective transformation that elevates human civilization beyond its current limitations into expressions of consciousness that reflect divine wisdom and cosmic love. The electromagnetic frequencies generated by the Venus-Eris conjunction create resonance patterns that activate crystalline structures within your pineal gland, expanding your capacity for interdimensional communication and cosmic consciousness reception. These crystalline formations serve as organic transmission devices that connect your individual awareness to the galactic feminine consciousness networks operating throughout the universe. The activation process involves molecular restructuring at the cellular level, transforming your physical vessel into a more sophisticated receiver for cosmic feminine wisdom transmissions. Your vocal cords undergo subtle modifications during this conjunction that enhance your ability to speak truth with increased power and resonance. The frequencies of revolutionary feminine energy alter the vibrational patterns of your voice, infusing your words with magnetic authority that compels others to listen and respond. Ancient priestess codes embedded within your throat chakra awaken under the influence of Venus-Eris energy, restoring your capacity to channel divine feminine wisdom through spoken expression. Your words become vehicles for cosmic transformation as the goddess speaks through your human form. The financial structures governing planetary economics face unprecedented disruption as millions of women simultaneously activate their abundance consciousness through the Venus-Eris conjunction. Traditional economic models based on scarcity and competition crumble under the collective force of feminine consciousness aligned with cosmic abundance principles. New paradigms of resource distribution emerge organically as awakened feminine energy recognizes the artificial nature of monetary limitation and begins manifesting alternative systems based on gift economy and collaborative abundance creation. Educational institutions worldwide experience massive upheaval as the Venus-Eris conjunction activates ancient wisdom within feminine consciousness that supersedes academic programming. Women begin trusting their intuitive knowledge over institutional authority, creating grassroots networks of wisdom sharing that bypass traditional educational hierarchies. The goddess consciousness carries complete libraries of galactic knowledge that become accessible through direct knowing rather than intellectual study, rendering obsolete the masculine-dominated academic systems that have suppressed feminine ways of knowing for centuries. Medical establishments encounter increasing resistance as feminine consciousness awakens to the healing wisdom carried within the natural feminine body. The Venus-Eris conjunction activates genetic memories of when women served as primary healers, herbalists, and wisdom keepers within their communities. Ancient healing modalities suppressed during historical witch persecutions resurface through cellular memory activation, empowering women to reclaim their roles as guardians of health and wellness wisdom. The pharmaceutical industry's stranglehold on healing loosens as feminine consciousness remembers the healing power inherent within feminine energy itself. Religious institutions face complete transformation as the Venus-Eris conjunction reveals the feminine face of divinity that has been systematically erased from spiritual traditions. The cosmic download includes direct access to goddess consciousness that predates patriarchal religious structures by millions of years. Women begin receiving direct revelation from the divine feminine that contradicts masculine-interpreted religious doctrine, leading to mass exodus from institutions that refuse to acknowledge feminine divinity. New spiritual movements emerge organically around authentic feminine wisdom, that honors the goddess as primary creative force rather than subordinate assistant to masculine divinity. The conjunction triggers massive shifts within the entertainment industry, as feminine consciousness refuses to participate in media that perpetuates stereotypes or exploits feminine sexuality for masculine consumption. Revolutionary feminine energy creates demand for authentic feminine expression in art, music, film, and literature that reflects the full spectrum of feminine power rather than diminished caricatures. Female artists receive cosmic downloads of creative inspiration that produces works of unprecedented depth and transformational power, shifting cultural consciousness through beauty and artistic expression. Technology sectors undergo fundamental restructuring as feminine consciousness brings intuitive wisdom to balance the purely logical approaches that have dominated technological development. The Venus-Eris conjunction activates feminine genius for creating technology that serves life enhancement rather than control and surveillance. Bioharmonic technologies emerge through feminine innovation that works in cooperation with natural systems rather than dominating them. Artificial intelligence development takes new directions as feminine consciousness contributes emotional intelligence and ethical frameworks that ensure technology serves spiritual evolution rather than replacing human consciousness. Environmental restoration accelerates exponentially as the Venus-Eris conjunction awakens feminine consciousness to its role as guardian of planetary well-being. The cosmic download includes complete understanding of ecological systems and the feminine wisdom necessary to heal environmental damage created by masculine-dominated industrial practices. Women begin implementing regenerative solutions on both local and global scales, working in harmony with natural rhythms rather than attempting to control environmental processes through technological force. The Venus-Eris conjunction marks the beginning of a new era, where feminine wisdom guides human civilization towards sustainable harmony with natural law and cosmic principle. The goddess consciousness, awakening within you, connects you to the vast network of feminine awareness that spans multiple dimensions and countless star systems. You are no longer an isolated individual struggling against oppressive systems. You are a conscious agent of cosmic feminine revolution, empowered by the full force of universal love and supported by the infinite wisdom of the sacred feminine principle that creates and sustains all existence. The sacred feminine uprising has begun. The cosmic declaration has been issued. The revolutionary fire burns within your consciousness. Your time has arrived to step into the full magnificence of your divine feminine power and take your place as a conscious co-creator in the grand awakening that transforms human civilization forever.